And this is for the guy at the car show, swap meet, cruise night, the guy you meet at the gas station, the guy you meet at the auto parts store, the guy you meet at the ice cream stand, wherever you go, and passes the comment, they don't build them like they used to. Damn straight they don't. They're much better now. Much better. And I'm going to bring the camera into work and prove it to you. When you work on a door, here's a body shop tip. I'm not a body guy. This door's a little short. But if you're working on a 2-door door, and you got the glass out, and the regulators out, and the door panel off, and the handles off, and everything out inside, and you hang the door and align it, when you put all that stuff in, the door's going to drop. I remember reading a long time ago that they would go to the center of the door and put a 10-pound weight in it. In the center, not all the way at the back. In the center of the door, and that would get the door to hang down just enough, this was on Mopars, that they could do all their final body work, then take the weight out and put the glass in when they were done. I know for a fact that we use the bags of shot, gunshot, and each bag is 20 pounds, I think it is, 22 pounds, I think it's 22 pounds. Okay, and I got to use 3 of those to calibrate the seats for the occupant detection. So it knows how heavy the person is in the passenger seat. Most of the times it's passenger seat. So it knows no airbag, slight airbag, and there goes your head airbag. So you got to get that right. So that's a known number. And when I do the calibrations, I rest all 3 bags right here in the door. And the door opens and closes, doesn't touch the striker. If you did that on this car, not only would it hit the striker, but I'd probably have to readjust the door because the door would probably bend. So the metal might be thinner, everything might appear cheaper, but they're a hell of a lot stronger. What they put in this car, crash beam? Ooh. But okay, with that said, we're past all that junk. It's starting to look like a car on the side again. Okay? Even the bodywork roughed in looks better than the dent did. So, we will continue on. Oh, and I did, like I said, I don't know how much battery I ran out of. The hinges are, for most part, etch primed. The back sides, like the top and bottom, are not like the face what you see, because they will be off again and we will be epoxying. So I'm just happy the door's on. So like I said, we'll finish adjusting that maybe tomorrow. Probably not going to do it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow when I'm at work I'll remember to bring home my Torx bits. I don't have the right size. There's 1 Torx bit and 2 other bolts. And we'll do our best to get this in. No guarantees, guys. No guarantees I'm going to get this in. It's just out so far. I want to see if I could just roll the door slightly and then pull the striker in. Then I might have to readjust the front door a little bit at the top. If we can. I really probably can't. But I'm sure I could bend the tops of these doors. And this one I can't. This one I can. See, this is bendable. This isn't. The frame's right there. Same with the bottom of the door. And same with this top edge. This is all bendable. Window frames are bendable. So, that's it, guys. Doesn't seem like much, but that's a pain in the ass alone, let me tell you. Didn't chip, chunk, or do anything to the Bondo, and I pretty much did it with my floor jack with the pad on it, with the tape on it. So, I'm definitely happy. We went a step forward. We definitely didn't go backwards. And this is, to me, more acceptable body lines for this car than definitely what we had. So, and the hinges seem to work good. I will say one thing now, so you don't think I left anything out of the videos. If I go around the other side and I lift up and down on the door and there's no play, chances are I'm not touching those bushings on the other side. Chances are, since the fender's already just hanging there, I'm going to pop the pins and save myself the whole headache in hell. Because if this one only had 1 bad bushing, that door was open like 1/10 of this, if that. So I doubt it's bad. This door closed mid. So, and I'm not trying to skip anything, but if everything's lined up on that side, if it's lined up, we're leaving it alone if it's working right. Okay, with that, guys, I'm going to hang out with my family a little bit. I would like to say one thing. I've had this discussion with other people, this roof rack. Okay, this is what I've come up with. We're not putting the roof rack back on right now. I don't want to weld the holes closed. Okay, but what I was thinking of doing is, and I'm sure you can get them, have them made, but back in the 80s and 90s and stuff, we used to install a CD player underneath the radio and piggyback them together. When you opened up the kit from the manufacturer, it came with a vinyl sheet of circles. And they had some decent glue on them, and you were supposed to put them over the screw holes of the sides of the radio. So the moisture, dust, whatever got in there. I'm thinking when we get to the point of the last part of the painting, or just getting ready to do the paint, putting those small, just covering these holes, and then painting over them. Because the size of these, as opposed to the size of the rack, okay, there's a huge gap around it. You know what I'm saying? So even if we gotta peel these, even if we gotta peel these back off, you know what I mean? I'll have plenty of protected paint. Then you just sit there and you cut them with a razor blade. So when you walk up to the car, you will see them, but from a distance, they won't be visible. So I think that's the compromise. I think that's the only compromise I could do, and still put a rack on at a later date. Whether he wants to strip it, paint it, redo it, remake it. We land on one accidentally, because you never know. Something. So, and I'm putting the center strips back in. I like those. They're a nice accent on the car. So, with all that stuff said, I'm calling it early tonight. Got the Roopster coming tomorrow. What was I going to say? Got the Roopster coming tomorrow. He's going to meet me at work. We're going to load that engine. He was told by everybody he knows that it won't fit in the car. The only thing I have to say to that is if Ruben gave me the right measurements, it's getting in the car. Getting it out is up to him. So, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I think we did good.